awesome. So our next expert has actually been doing a lot of work in our communities for a long time and actually has some very specialized expertise that I'm going to dive in a little bit on. If you don't mind, just go brief introduction as far as like who you are and the work that you do, and then we'll dive in a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I'm Jordan Stutt, Senior Director for the Northeast region at CALSTART. We're a clean transportation nonprofit working to accelerate the transition to zero emission vehicles.
Awesome. And sort of like on a day-to-day basis, what does that entail?
Oh, it might be a focus on helping a state agency implement a program to deliver innovative solutions to a problem they're overcoming. It might be working with other NGO partners to try to put better policies into place to help the industry thrive. Or it could be direct partnership with some industry folks to listen to their concerns, understand where they want to go, and help them make that possible, and help bring new technology to market.
Great. Now, as far as like kind of like a national perspective, what are you seeing as far as transportation and clean energy? And what should Massachusetts residents be sort of paying attention to as far as like where this is going?
Yeah, I think Massachusetts residents can pay attention to what's happening right here. There are so many exciting programs coming out of EVIC, so many programs that are administered by the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center, everything from e-bikes to electric semi-trucks. There's just a ton of investment and enthusiasm right here. And we can build on best practices from California and Colorado and elsewhere and bring them to life here in Massachusetts. And that's what I'm excited about.
No, that's interesting because now that a lot of communities and especially cities are trying to bring electric buses out here and stuff, they're electrifying pretty much anything that's related to transportation, which is great for the overall Commonwealth on there. What are some of the biggest areas or concerns that you're seeing with like traditional consumers that just don't know a lot about the electrification market?
Yeah, I think it can feel like a big shift. And then once you make that shift, when you talk to drivers of EVs or fleets that already have EVs in their operations, it's really easy. You plug it in, you ignore it, you come back and it's ready to go.
Right.
Now, there are some instances where your operations just might not be right for an electric vehicle or truck at this time. There are other instances where you might need some creative solutions. And that's where I think the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center really shines, because they are delivering innovation to solve those challenging problems. And that's really our ethos at CALSTART, figuring out how we can make these solutions more easily adopted at scale.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of like economic opportunities, what economic opportunities are being created through transportation, electrification and stuff? Or do you see a big market opportunity here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we work with a number of electricians and electrical contractors who help fleets install EV charging.
Yeah.
And business is booming for them. There is a big demand for folks in that space. We're working on a number of projects to help states and municipalities build out a workforce to work on EV charging, to install them, to maintain them, to ensure that everybody who's driving the EV knows they can plug in, it'll be a reliable experience. And for fleets, they know that they'll be able to plug in and it won't interfere with their operations.
No, that's really interesting. Now, if we were to revisit this conversation in the next like 5 to 10 years, what do you think is going to be the big difference?
I think folks will realize that there are a whole lot of electric vehicles all around them in applications that they didn't notice before. I saw it 2 days ago. There was an electrified reefer unit, an electric van delivering produce that is refrigerated. And that was new to me to see in town.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see more and more of that, often in an unheralded way. It's happening quietly. People are just building it into their normal operations. And I think in 5 years, that's just going to be par for the course through cost savings, because people want to be better neighbors and help their communities, and because it's just a better driving experience.
No, I agree with you. And for consumers that are kind of on the edge and they've been watching this for a long time and want to participate, what's something that you would give them for advice to help them get over the edge?
Talk to folks that have already done it. You'll hear some real concerns. I'm sure it hasn't been perfect for everybody, but by and large, it's pretty easy at this point. It might take a little extra planning up front, and then you can figure out how to save money on it, how to enjoy your driving experience more, how to save money on your operations if you're running a business with electric vehicles.
No, that's really great advice. And just for people that are wanting to learn more, where can they go and learn more information about the work that you guys are doing?
We could certainly check out our website at calstart.org. We have resources from here in Massachusetts, from New York and New Jersey, and nationwide. And then you can check out some of the great sites through the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center, Mass DEP, and DOER. There are just a ton of great resources to help folks navigate this transition.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jordan. This information was really helpful. For those of you that are watching this, again, there's a lot of information that's available. We'll add a link to this as well, too. But Jordan, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, and thank you for the work that you're doing. I appreciate it. Yep, great job.